what an honor. Nope, that's not the beginning. There. Nope. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Wow. So I want to ask you guys, you want to make a bigger impact in the world? Do you? Are you awake? I know you do, because if not, you wouldn't have shown up here. I know these two amazing leaders wouldn't have attracted you here if you didn't want to. And it has to start with, just like Dr. Combs, it starts with Christ, and then your home, your family, your town, your community, your practice, your state, this country, and yes, why not the world? So in this very short time I've been blessed to be given here, and I'm grateful for, I'm going to share a few tips that you can start using to raise your voice and to create a bigger impact in the world. Deal? Yes? Awesome. Nope. Oh, I wanted to say something.
Coming down and being part of Kyra Mission, and not only supplying.
Yeah, I didn't get this live before. Anyways, I want to tell you something short before I go to that video, if whomever is hearing back there. Yeah, I've been doing mission trips for 11 and a half years with Kyra Mission. It's been such a blessing, and Kyra Mission pretty much found me and changed my life. And if you've never been on a mission trip, I highly recommend you do. It definitely is a huge impact, not only in your life, but in the world, the people you touch, and the people you will touch when you come back with a different heart, with a different perspective, and you will never complain ever again about the little things that happen in our offices. But I wanted to show this video, which I'm going to show, and share this story, how I met Dr. Ben, because I don't think I ever said that. And yeah, I met Dr. Ben when I was very young. It was my first impression of what chiropractic is, as I was looking for a part-time job as an 18-year-old in Miami while going through college. I'd already been suffering of migraines and constipation since I was 10 years old. Never heard of chiropractic. So I ended up, and I landed because God is amazing and just put me there, and ended up getting this part-time job at this chiropractor's office. I'm truly grateful for those doctors for introducing me to chiropractic. But Dr. Ben was doing his internship in that office. And did he impact me then? And look what he has done now. I don't think I ever said this, but I remember seeing him and just seeing how passion and mission-driven he was. And it was my first exposure as a Latin girl that barely knew English to somebody that was like that. So to me, it was like, wow, what is this, right? Can somebody be this passionate and mission-based? So he impacted me as he has kept impacting all of us. And I got to meet Dr. Rob today, and these are amazing people, so I'm very grateful. But I know God put me in that office for a reason. And I think it was years after that I told him, hey, remember me, the morning CA? I became a chiropractor because you guys showed me the light. And my life changed since. So thank you, Dr. Ben, for being put in my life. I'm so grateful. So I want to share this short clip of one of the mission trips I got to share with him, because obviously he's a man on a mission, and I wanted to share this with you guys. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So coming down and being part of Kyra Mission, and not only supplying water and food and toys and actually a place for them to live, but actually get them adjusted, teach them about chiropractic. It's a way that you can truly save the world. I know a lot of people, certainly the guys at Maximize Living that I hang around with, the idea is we can change the planet, and really coming down here, seeing how destitute it is, and providing light in the darkness, being salt, being information, being care. It's really an amazing way to change the planet and feel very good about what it is you do for the world.
I put them all together in my hands.
Yeah, with our hands, we can change the world. And I want to ask you, if you don't know, what is your mission? You're obviously here, so you have a bigger craving to make a bigger mission in your life and that of your family and your practices and your state and everything else. But I want you to take a moment to close your eyes and just visualize this mission as if you're seeing a picture in your head. It's like a moving picture, and you can see the details. You're going to think of it as if it's the end of your days, and you're seeing how you achieved that mission, the legacy you're leaving behind, the lives you change, the family you created, the community, the miracles. I want you to have it crystal clear in your head, because we're going to be talking about mission. Do you have it? Raise your hand if you do. Raise your hand if you do. Keep your eyes closed. I want you to feel it, to smell it, to just have it really concise. Because a mission that is not concise is not going to come to pass. Okay, you can go ahead and open your eyes. So yeah, I want you to keep that view of that mission really, really present during this short time. Because it's just like Waze before coming here, right? If you don't know where you want to go, can Waze bring you? No. Does anybody know Waze here in the South? It's like that app that takes you places. But if you don't put your destination, you'll never make it there. So we need to know our destination, and we need to be crystal clear. One person gets it. Thank you, Frank. Yes, and I needed ways to get here because apparently we stay very far from here. So yeah, we need to know and be extremely clear. And let me tell you something. If you can see that mission in your head, that means God put it in there and you can totally achieve it. Woohoo! So yeah, I'm the naked lady. I created a program called Get Naked. It has nothing to do with me removing my clothes. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to keep it on. But I want to go in this short time, I want to go over some of the fears. Because it's about removing the fears and the obstacles we put in our head that are in the way of us fulfilling that mission. Because we put it all the time, right? That in our heads. Yes. So that's what I want you to keep your mission present. So you can identify those fears, identify those obstacles, and we're going to get rid of them right here. Yeah? Woohoo! I'm very excited to share how to get rid of the fears because I've had the pleasure of interviewing a lot of chiropractors in my Get Naked show. And there's a pattern, right? There's a pattern of, I don't know, probably not the people that are here, but there's like a lack of self-confidence, a lack of, purpose, a lack of vision. They did a study in 2017. Only 51% of Americans enjoy their lives, enjoy their jobs, had a mission or a purpose or a vision. That's crazy, right? But that's how a lot of people are living because they have all these fears that they think they cannot do any better. They cannot step out because, oh my God, what are they going to say? I'm going to tell you, I'm not the most talented. I'm not the most capable. Probably Dr. Ben would have never thought I would be here on a stage when he met me at 18 years old. Let me tell you. It's been a big difference. But God put something in me, so I show up besides my mistakes, besides my lack of language, besides my accent, besides all the mistakes I make. So you're going to learn that it's not about you, indeed. And we're going to go through that. But first, I don't know what's next. Oh, yeah. I have been blessed to be given a lot of opportunities to share. Again, not because I'm talented, because I feel that God put something in me to open my mouth, to raise the volume chiropractic, and to just make a bigger impact no matter what I do. And even if I do it wrong, I still do it. Because we have to raise our voice. I remember this right up there was my first big speaking gig. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about fears because I was scared. This was 2012. It was 500 people for Chiro 1. It was their 25 offices in the audience with their staff. And me, little girl here, speaking in front of these people. Why? And I talked myself out of it. I was like, okay, besides, I'm sick to my stomach of the nerves. I'm not going to be able to say anything that they don't know. These are chiropractors. Judgmental, in my head. That's what was happening, right? And I'm like, what am I going to say? And I remember right before, this was in Chicago, and right before they said, okay, Dr. Tovar, you're going next, in the next 30 minutes, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. And then I'm like, if they asked me to, it's because they saw something I'm not seeing. And if I'm here, it's because God has a purpose in me. And I'm going to get up there, and I'm going to let God do his thing. So I did. And it's been amazing sharing ever since. But do I get scared? All the time. You know why? Because I'm not that smart. It's not coming from me. But you got to leave it on a higher purpose. The higher, Christ knows. Christ knows better. So where is your audience? Let's talk about making a bigger impact. And I know Dr. Neil was talking about how horrible those phones are. Yes, and they are, because social media can be horrible. But your audience that you want to impact is right here. Okay? They're consuming crazy amounts of stuff on these phones. Watching, listening, reading. So shouldn't they be consuming your information? Shouldn't they be hearing how amazing chiropractic is, the miracles you're getting in your office, how your kids are raised without drugs and vaccinations, and they're thriving in school and getting into awesome colleges? Shouldn't they hear about that? So it's not about, not being social media. I'm not telling you to, get addicted and just be there browsing. I'm telling you to know where your audience is at and to go get them, because we have to raise our volume. If it's not up to us, then who will? If it's not up to a group like this, then who else? So yeah. So we have these icons. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it here, and some people might not recognize it. Does everybody recognize this? Unless you have a geriatric practice, your patients are here. And if you do have a geriatric practice and it's working, then you don't need to please don't even bother, okay? But this is equally as powerful as this ones. You recognize those, right? Those are network TV. You know how expensive it is to advertise on network television? Does anybody know? Millions, hundreds. I did a research on like a tiny little network. A 30-second ad is $120,000. That's it. But guess what, you guys? This is what? Free. This is free. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to get in there and make a bigger impact without caring about what they're going to say. Oh, do I look okay? It's not about you. Remember, it's about the people you're trying to save. While you're trying to prep the best lighting and the best knowledge on how to go live because, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. People are dying because you're not making that decision, because they didn't hear about you. The most common comment I get in my office after the third, fourth visit is, why didn't somebody else tell me this before? Have you ever heard that? Yes, constantly. Well, I want to get rid of that, because they should be hearing. And you're going to post on these things not only to get patients in your office, you're going to post on these things because you're going to make an impact in the world. Don't we want to do that? Yeah. All right. So I'm going to give you some tips because, again, just as powerful, and we have it right here in our hands. People have it right here. They're using their phones more than their computers, more than anything else. Kids nowadays are not even watching TV. I don't have TVs in my house. What for? Nobody's watching them. They are on YouTube as your teenagers. YouTube, Netflix, Instagram, whatever, all these things. Okay, so I'm going to give you a tip on how to start posting, because I want you to start taking action. Because if I'm standing here and I left my kids and my practice, everything else, to come share this amazing event, it's because I want you to take action. Without action, the mission is not going to be possible. Got it? So if you're not in any of this, choose one. Start with one. I don't know, let's just say Facebook for that matter. And start posting at least twice a day. See where your patients are at. Tell them to like your page. You're going to post twice a day, but I'm going to give you a trick for posting. This trick is worth so much money. So please, pay attention to this. Before you post, you're going to get on social and engage for at least 5 minutes before your post. Engage, meaning you're going to get on Facebook, and you're going to go like, comment, hi, whatever, 5 minutes. I'm not saying a whole hour, okay? So just go engage. Then you're going to post your post, and then you're going to engage again. This is going to change the whole algorithm, so it's going to get your stuff more be seen. And it's not about, oh my God, I did one live, nobody watched it, or I did one post, nobody, who cares? It's consistency, persistence, right? I think I heard a pastor say that we live in a microwave world, but God is a crock pot God. So it takes time. It's going to take time, consistency, and persistence, but you're going to get there. And your audience is going to trust you. Because it takes around 7 times, I think the marketers say, for you to trust like a product and trust a person and buy from them. Well, you're going to have to put lots of value, and you got it. What are you going to show on this post? Show your life, for that matter. Show how healthy you are. Show the health of your patients. Show how happy. Show the good, the bad, the ugly, but show how a lifestyle should be had, should be lived, how everything. They want to know. People are curious. You can show some, different sides. You can show your kid having a fever and how you get through a fever. Do you know how many parents want to hear that? Do you know how many parents are medicating their kids because you haven't put that out there and they don't know any better? Because they trust with it. Trust me, they love their children. When I used to attack my parents when I was younger in practice, I used to attack my parents. They used to probably leave because they thought I was telling them they were bad parents. Every parent loves their child. They want to do the best for their child. So when you tell them, what? You gave him Tylenol? What's wrong with you? That's not gonna bless that family. So you need to go slow. And you need to get them to trust you. Give them information that can be current for them. So you can get creative, but the stuff is there. You have it at your fingertips. You have the channels. Those TV channels, you have. All right, so yes, I've spoken at different places, and this too, I always ask my patients for referrals to speak at schools, but these 2 pictures, I posted them because of social media. They saw me. And this one, they paid me. They contacted me from the company, and they say, Dr. Tovar, can you come for a whole week, teach our employees about health and wellness, and we will give you $2,000. I was like, okay. Sure. So it is possible, you guys. I give you this example because it's not about me. I'm just a girl. It's about everything that every single one of you can do. So yeah, I'm going to go 3 steps to raising your voice in social media. What is your why? The why is going to fuel your mission. So what is your why? Do you know? I'm going to tell you what my why is. My why are the children. Children are the gift. They are the reason I get up on stage, I do my get naked, I go to practice, I show up, period. Because they don't have a voice, and if I don't create a voice for them, that's it. And I would like for every single child to have the same chances that my kids have had. So I want to show you this video, which was made in Haiti a few years ago. And it was because a volunteer in one of our mission trips got over her fear, approached somebody, and chiropractic saved a life, as it is all the time. So enjoy this video.
I can't even describe what this is like to watch a life saved. 3 years ago, we came with a team here, and I was with Dr. James Cayley and Dr. Deb. And actually, it was their mom, who was not a chiropractor. She kept seeing this woman walk over, like in that corner by the woods, and she was like, "Come, get adjusted," because she was holding a baby, and we adjust babies 1 day old and 1 second old. And the mom finally brought her in because Sue picked up the baby and brought her in, and the baby had no reflexes. Babies should have certain reflexes. They should turn their head to the side when they're stimulated on the face because that's how they eat. This baby had not eaten in 2 days, and it was 2 or 3 days old. Her umbilical cord was cut with a machete, so that was infected, and it was way too close. Like, there was hardly anything there. And she had blood in her mouth because she had tried to latch on to the mother, and the mom's milk hadn't come down. She didn't know how to breastfeed, and all she was getting was blood because she was just biting the mother. So we had all 4 doctors working on this little girl at that time. Literally no reflexes for an hour. We took gloves, and we were like just having her take like coconut oil in her tongue until we could get her to, ignite that reflex. We were just sustaining pressure on her atlas, doing anything we could to bring life back into this body. And 1 second at a time, it was a minimal improvement. And then just one of us always stayed with her, just always sustaining pressure on that atlas because she was so subluxated. Finally, finally she had a bowel movement, which was like amazing. You know, just imagine the toxins storing up in this 2-day-old child. And finally she started to actually suck like she should, you know, with her tongue. She was taking the coconut oil, and then we moved her up to coconut milk, literally just droplets at a time, because she was hanging on by seconds. I don't know that if we had waited another hour, if there was even a life to save. Another one of the doctors was working with the mom, getting her adjusted, helping her learn how to, you know, breastfeed her child. And finally her milk came down, so the baby was able to latch on and have another bowel movement. So we literally watched this child before us come back to life. The mother had told us why she was over there. She was waiting for the crowd to go away so that she could end the child's life quickly, because she knew the child was dying slowly, and as a mother she couldn't handle that. So had it not been for the volunteer, it wasn't the doctors that initiated that relationship, it was the volunteer who said, that baby needs something, and she acted. And 3 years later, she's here. She's almost 3. This is our little miracle, our little Cairo Mission angel. She still has, you know, healing from the umbilical cord that was cut that way, but I can't even describe what this is like to watch a life saved. You know, we know the life-saving power when the body heals itself, but this person is here. This life, she's going to go on to do great things. And the ripple effect from that one moment of taking action, because someone decided to be on purpose and somebody decided to care and to speak out and go outside their comfort zone, that translated into this girl having a chance. And she looks great. I mean, how beautiful is this? She's just gorgeous.
That's what we should be hearing on social media. That's what should be everywhere. Don't you think? That's the way chiropractic creates miracles. Should be, right now, the #1 healthcare choice in America. That's the way it should be, considering how many miracles we all have in our offices. You don't have to go on a mission trip to see miracles. I recommend you do, and everybody has a flyer in your bag, and come check it out. If you have any questions, come reach out to me. You can also sponsor kids in Haiti, and it's only $170 takes the kid for the whole year. And I was just there 2 weeks ago with my children. It transformed their lives. They'll never be the same. And mine, it keeps transforming it every single time I go, so I highly recommend. But hopefully this video gave you a glimpse of your why, because now if you have your why, that can push the mission forward, and we're going to learn how to get rid of fear really quickly, because I see my time is running up. So if you have fears, and you don't have to raise your hand, because I know we all do, me included, okay? When you have a fear, I'm going to give you this system that you can start using right away. Want to learn it? Pay attention, because it's going to go really quick. You're going to identify the fear. Identify the little devil right there. Identify it. Then you're going to identify the actions that fear is keeping you from. Because you have that fear, you are not doing certain things. Therefore, you're not impacting more lives. Then you're going to write the most doomed scenarios of what could happen if you actually jump that fear and do the actual thing you're supposed to do. Then, after you write those doom scenarios, you're going to step back as a bird's eye view, and you're going to see how your doom scenarios are just silly. They're silly. Fear is in your imagination, was not created by God. It's in your imagination. You start seeing how you're not going to die if I get up here. I'm not going to lose all my friends. My family's not going to hate me if I speak the truth. It's just not going to happen. Even your worst case scenario is not going to happen, you guys. After you do that and you realize the fear is just an illusion, you're going to write some action steps you're going to start taking right now, and you're going to schedule that thing. And then you're going to do it. And then you might reward yourself for it if you want, or the reward might be your mission accomplished. Done? You got that? All right. I hope you use that for everything, because fear is holding you back and is killing people right now. If you're fearful of going on a mission trip, then you should definitely go, because you'll see how beautiful chiropractic can be when you don't even speak the language. You don't have the tools. You don't have anything but your hands and God's power that is running through that body. All right. So yeah, this year, again, for being everywhere on social media, who knows saying what, but I've been blessed to be asked to be on TV twice. I remember when I got the 1-hour segment at PBS, which has been replaying, and I keep getting patients from it, how amazing. I texted Dr. Ben and I said, I'm going to be 1 hour at PS. What do I do? You know, it was like, why me? And it was, again, that doubt, that fear. It happens to all of us. So I did it again. I said, I stepped in the power that is not mine, is God's. And he went through it. Because I'm not that smart again. Nope, it's not me. So get out there, please. So what can you do now? What can you do now? So many things. But I recall this study I read few years back, and it was a study they did in the 1950s, Dr. Curtis Richner. He did a study with rats. And he put side-by-side buckets of rats swimming to see how long they would swim before they gave up and died. It took around 15 minutes for rats to keep swimming, and then they decided to just give up. Boom. So he decided to take them out before the 15 minutes and let them rest, recuperate, regain some energy, and put them back in the buckets. The second time around, they were able to swim 60 hours. 60 hours. 240% more than the first time around. What did the rats have? Anybody? Hope. Hope. They had hope. And if rats can have hope, imagine what we can have. Imagine what we can give our patients. Imagine it's the hope that I get up here and that I hope you got at least one thing that you're going to put into action in order to impact more lives and be able to have your mission fulfilled with your why right behind it and the fear tool to get rid of it all so you can just charge on. That is my hope. So I hope you do get out there and you get out into your community and you just do it even if you mess up. Love this picture. We were talking about the mic. This was an opportunity I got to share at Parker. I think it was Parker, Chicago. There was 500 people in the big stage. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. They put this mic right behind my ears. And it's, I have long hair and earrings. And the mic, I go up on stage. I'm like, okay, God, we can do this. And I start speaking, and the noise is unbearable because my hair and the loops from my earrings are messing up with the noise. So they come up on stage and they literally undress me, and they cannot get the mic out of my bra. So this thing kept hanging the rest of the talks. Beautiful, and I got a YouTube video to show it. So I had two options. Either I run off stage and never show my face in a chiropractic event again because this is embarrassing, because it's all about me, or I make a choice that is not about me, it's God's purpose. I'm going to get up there, I'm going to share my message, even if I have that thing hanging the whole talk, and he's going to get his mission across. So that's what I did. And yes, I have the Naked Show with Dr. Out. If you haven't been interviewed and you have a passion to share, definitely contact me. But it's not about me. It's about what did you get here today. These are my beautiful children. I think the best thing I ever done, and every single time I wake up, I know God loves me, period. I see those creatures, and again, probably with all the mistakes I've made in my life, I don't deserve them, but I know it's God's gift to me. And I want the same I've been given to them, to every single one, every single child in the world, because my mission is huge. So how's your mission? How's your why? How strong is it? You better go write it right after here. Write your mission, write your why. Get rid of those fears and go charge on. Because if we don't do it, nobody else will. And I hope you did get something out of this. I hope you go do it and you're not scared. You play on Facebook and you go live and you share your message as many times as you need to. If we don't come together, indeed, Dr. Neal was right. Chiropractic, I don't know what's going to happen with chiropractic. We have to come together, we have to raise our voice, and we have to keep changing lives. Thank you.